Okay, time being 6:30, I'll call the Halifax Planning Board into session. All members present. On the agenda, we have a site plan review for a solar array on River Street, presented by Evan Watson. We have a special permit for an estate lot for J and L McCarthy. We have a site plan review for 321 Ponce Street for J and V Auto. And an informal discussion, Adam Murray of Pasture Lane. Do I have a motion to accept the agenda as read?
Make a motion to accept the agenda as read.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Open running.
Oh, well, good afternoon. My name is Ed Angley. We're Halifax Solar LLC. I have Richard Rayoon from Prime Engineering who is going to make a presentation.
Okay.
Good evening. I think you're all familiar with the site on River Road, right where Pratt Street intersects. The proposal is to utilize the existing access road and provide a second one in here. So there are two means of access. That's what the fire department wanted. It's going to be a 18-foot wide drive, but both side shoulders are going to be actually seated, so it reduces the scope of it. And this is actually going to be grassed gravel with plastic pylons every 50 feet, just to define where it is. So if it snows or whatever, you can still have full definition of it. Then there's a 6-foot high chain link fence that goes around the entire project, 6 foot high with a foot of barbed wire above that. And the bottom of it is up 6 inches from the ground to let the critters go in and out and enjoy it. These are the solar strings, the solar array. It's a 5 megawatt array. They're basically brought to control inverters, transformer pad, and a large bank of batteries. Which basically helps the grid a lot, and when the cloud comes over, so it's not suddenly dimming and going strong, pulsing. It also provides output when there is no sun. Everything's run underground, right to the street, where there are 3 poles, where basically closer and metering and stuff, and then just ties into the existing cables that are on the ground. It's currently a hay field, and it's going to remain a hay field. It'll be plowed, mowed several times to keep it from actually being hay, so it's not ground fuel. And the grades in here aren't going to be modified. So we ran drainage calcs, and there's no increase in peak grade of runoff for the full range of storms. There are some deciduous trees that screen along River Street. We're going to supplement that with their openings with Leland cypress plantings, so there'll be some evergreen and some deciduous, and help screen it to some extent. That's about it.
Any questions?
I think we're all
I think one of the things we asked for last time was just some sort of conceptual plan of what you were going to do for some landscaping along the front of the site. Do you know something along those lines is prepared?
Yeah, I could. This is what's existing here. I just did a Google shot, and these are the living cypress there.
Okay. So those will just be behind the natural vegetation that's going to remain along the frontage there?
Right.
Okay.
And it's shown sort of evenly spaced there, but the idea, I think, is to look at where there are actual openings planted there. It'll grow more robustly there.
Okay. Yeah.
The little cypress grow very quickly and very densely. They're pretty effective.
And those are dew resistant, right? So they're not going to get chewed off on the bottom?
Yeah, not like the arborvitae, the deer. Yeah, everything on the arborvitae from about yay down, gets naked with the deer. But no, the Leland cypress have done well. We used to use hemlock because it was graceful and dense growth, but they don't survive around here anymore.
Okay, is there any questions from the audience?
If I may, I took the 7 points in the bylaw that says we're supposed to do certain things, and I just outlined how we meet those criteria rather than reading it, boring you with it.
Okay.
I'm going to submit that so you can, your able assistant can use it if she wants.
Okay.
I think there was also some questions last time around on how those batteries were going to be protected, whether or not there was any sort of cooling mechanism or fire protection inside the structure there.
Yeah,
Terry actually sent an email with the whole specs that you guys sent.
Yeah, we got
It's
tests
pretty-
that'll provide
Yeah,
their sort of protection and scheme and
pretty much state of the art.
yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, basically a blur on, the batteries will not burn like ordinary batteries. You know, if a battery shorts out, it just does a very slow burn and it doesn't spread to the others. It's protected from being struck from the outside. I mean, you have to be hit by a missile to really blow up. No, it won't blow up by itself. We went to Conservation Commission and they closed the hearing and they're issuing an order of conditions.
So the line has been accepted.
Yep.
Any other discussion? And nobody from the audience? You want to make a motion?
Make a motion to accept the plan for the Halifax Solar on River Street in Halifax. The plan drawn by Prime Engineering, dated 2/23/18. Possibly being lot 1 of map 117.
We have a motion to approve the site plan as submitted.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Nice to see you again.
Yes, thank you all.
They're trying all that now.
One question, do you guys have making a deal with the provider on who you're gonna use and how you're gonna hook up ultimately?
so right now we're in the system impact study. Well, National Grid's it's their service territory, so that's who we hook up with. So right now they're studying, how they're gonna have to build out their infrastructure in order to connect with us. They're gonna have to bring the 3-phase, right now it's single phase coming down Pratt. We're just gonna have to bolster that and turn it into a 3-phase. Basically, probably replace the whole, it'll be a 3-phase gang, just better like wire gang as opposed to just a single wire, but that's really,
So coming from 105?
yeah. The 3-phase right now ends on, I think it's Summit comes into 105. So when it hits 105, it goes, I guess, north. And so they're just gonna jump on that same feeder, and they just bring it down, get the Pratt, run down Pratt, hit River, and then.
You guys 3 separate packets.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
I'm gonna do 2 signed plans and then I'll be writing up a letter. Approval. which I can just.
Nice to see you again.
Good one. Forgot about that. There's actually the scan, the front page is the resident.
Next.
I guess if I call
Oh, are we gonna sign all of them?
Just these for now. Oh, two of them.
Yeah.
You don't need mileage for these, only for the,
We're gonna sign the next one down, so. Yeah, not the second.
Check to make sure on this one, there's two places to sign, one being the back of the front page.
Yeah, it's the first two pages.
This one only has one page of signature.
On the backside.
On the front side of this one, and nothing on the back side of the other
Don't worry about it.
one. I wasn't.
I can only go 2 sheets.
No, because this one's gonna show up on the front.
Was it?
No, this one shows up.
We have to sign each page.
Terry's giving me a look.
Oh,
Not.
I don't see it, did you get it?
yeah.
I've been missing meetings, I know what the look is.
This is basically Form A special permit for an estate lot. We previously did the Form A, and this is just the formality of issuing a special permit for the estate lot.
You got it designed now?
And of course, I don't have a decision page or anything.
So do you have a layout where the house is going?
There it is right there. So this is a, so there's, yeah, this is a small view. Here's the, yeah.
Because the setbacks are 50 feet
Yeah, it meets all the requirements for what the town requires.
for the estate. What do we have for uplands square footage?
What's your property?
I think we have more than
It was over 60,000.
It's gonna be 80.
Where's the standard? Yes, specs.
You just don't see the number on it. Magnifying glass.
I believe it was called a
Easier to read it.
As I said, you didn't read it on that one, but it is, yeah.
So you're building up all to get the separation from the groundwater? Everything's getting built up there?
Yes.
Continues.
It seems like quite a bit, right?
A lot of fill, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's not on the other one.
Just need to buy another lot to bring it in. 115,000 square feet. Did you see it?
Yeah. That was the same one as,
Yeah.
yes.
Any discussion?
Is that just a smaller version of this?
Yes.
Okay. Just seeing if there's anything different. So let's see.
You guys still gonna build this summer?
Yeah, I got all my
If all goes well.
silt fences all up, ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any questions?
So do we make the motion to grant the permit, not approve the plan, right? So
We approved the plan before, so now we're voting to grant the special permit for the estate lot, the use of an estate lot.
I make a motion to grant a special permit for an estate lot to J and L McCarthy, being number 10 Thompson Street. That's
Some of the plan's gonna be easy to read.
It doesn't matter.
being assessors lot 116-1.
They're actually calling it 16 Thompson Street. I don't know if that
If that
makes.
matters, to be known as,
To be,
to be known
to be
as.
noted.
Okay.
Really, the plan number is what we go by.
Oh,
Okay, I have a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You guys have to go to Conservation Commission for this too, or are you staying
Okay.
outside of?
Conservation,
buffers?
we just had to do the silt fence for them. That was the only thing they required. And everything else was all set with them.
well, I just.
Good.
Sign that.
Yeah, sign.
And then we'll do it
Anywhere.
letter. Right? And then you'll do it the letter.
I will do a letter, yes. It'll be an experience. That's for sure.
Hopefully you get to build all the things you always wanted, right?
Yes. Well, even I was like, so out here, my daughter's out in the lot. She's like, okay, Dad, where's this? It's like, I just see woods. I can't envision anything. Let me look at the plan.
It is the 12th.
Call me when it's time to pick out appliances.
Otherwise, it's
I can't, I just, no. Yes.
Yes.
It is.
Just a bunch of trees right now.
No vision. Then we go back to our current house and I'm like, all right, so now how far was it? How much room is there?
Just taking away from what you're going to do and then.
Very official.
Mine, I'm very efficient.
I'll do an actual letter. That's the special permit. And then I'll send them that one.
Do it again. Do you wanna get on with that one?
I got them all home.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. All set? Good.
Thanks, Joel.
Thank you very much.
Well, I can't count.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right, the next one on the list is the site plan for 320 Montplaza Street.
Does anybody come back in on it?
They have not. You guys have requested that I send a letter.
Does it almost
them.
look like the place is vacant?
Really, I haven't noticed.
I don't think it's changed.
I looked by there the other day.
Yeah.
Had somebody moved in
Was this one next to
Yeah.
Morrison's?
next to Walmart?
Yeah.
It's,
On the
yeah.
corner?
And
I
the-
drove by
the
there
windows-
now. It's
The
not.
windows look
Oh,
like
that
there's
house,
nothing
yeah.
in the house.
Yeah, I had sent them a letter, remember, you guys had asked to get a letter of intent to know exactly what they're doing so we can actually do the parking schedule and this, that, and the other, and I have heard
There's
nothing.
been cars in that park, and not the side parking lot, but like in the driveway.
I have
Yeah.
seen
Yeah, there's been cars in there.
Motion.
I don't know if
I
they
can
live
try and
in
send them out another letter at this point.
I didn't see any equipment around there.
In the back fence, did you?
I mean, I didn't go up that.
No, I'm not, I wasn't peeking over the I'm just saying like,
I
no, I mean,
It just kind of
Yeah.
looked like it was
it looks vacant.
vacant.
It does look vacant. But if you like drive in the back, going to like Walmart, you can see they have this stuff behind the fence. Yeah.
Pretty sure there was one who work in there before they moved in.
Yeah, I don't know. There's no
That was a
curtains.
long time
no
ago.
nothing.
Yeah.
It looks like a foreclosed home, like no
Yeah.
one's living in it.
Yeah.
So we'll just pass over that. We do have an informal discussion, I'm assuming they'll be coming in a little bit, but we can do a few secretarial things.
Yeah, that and the other thing we have is that unregistered vehicle thing for.
We do have that, yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's up
I
with
have
that?
all.
the industrial drive there.
Mhm.
I went by there today.
It's like everyone I read
I think it looks
can't
more.
make the meeting, it's on.
Is that the same one that we're talking about?
The,
Oh,
Yeah.
It's the when
They
you
want us
go
to
in,
do something,
second
and we don't
building
wanna do
in
anything,
on
'cause
the left.
there's nothing to do.
It's
Right,
G-
okay.
G and W.
P and W or
think
J and
G&W.
W, yeah, J and W paving or something like that.
Yeah.
Did they just pop up a sign? Did you drive by 106?
I didn't see a sign for them. Somebody's got like a banner sign.
Yeah,
out
yeah.
there.
It was 2 letters. I thought that was the same
I
thing.
don't-
Planning board has to deal with
I didn't
this.
really notice what.
Vehicles.
All the boards do.
I drove by it early this morning. I didn't have my car, so I don't know.
Because it has to
I
do
went
with
in there
site
and
plan
looked
and
and they got
parking.
dilapidated boat in the
Right, but
back,
if they're
one on the side. All
Relocating
kinds of
spaces,
vehicles around with them.
they don't come to
around.
us.
Because it was like
They
should.
the drive-through trucks with
Yeah,
the
because
orange.
They're modifying the amount of parking they have
Oh,
on
really?
site or.
They're looking, here's the, I
haven't
didn't
seen- well, I
give,
haven't
I
seen
didn't
them,
give,
I guess.
I didn't give copies of to everybody. But basically, they're looking to have up to 15 unregistered vehicles.
Ew.
Oh, no, I was
We're
talking
talking
about
about the
something else.
handicap parking.
Handicap parking.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, you don't get 15.
Stay on track here.
We were on our own track, right?
Yeah.
Apparently. All right, which would you like to
You gotta keep
discuss?
these guys in
We're all in
mind.
the industrial drive.
We're already talking about that one last time.
Yeah,
All
we'll go with that
right,
one.
here's the permit application. I spoke to Gordon the other day in regards to this. I sent a memo down to the Board of Selectmen. They were supposed to be having a public hearing, I believe, on Tuesday night. This past Tuesday night, yes. But we told them we didn't have a meeting last week and that we recommended that they wait to make a decision until we could go over it. I did pull their original site plan, which doesn't show a whole lot of anything.
It is a single-family house, though, right?
No, this is at the industrial park.
It's in there.
That was substitute
This is
for
different from
mine.
the guy that was fixing his car,
This-
so.
Right,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is in the industrial park.
But this is the site plan one.
Oh, dude, these were the good things. This is when you had to run the machine.
Oh, that's the one that has the
ammonia
ammonia.
and, like,
Yeah. So that's the plan that we have on file that I'm assuming was approved
Or BMW.
quite a while ago.
That was only 2003.
You know, I would have done
So I mean, like right now, when you look in there, there's stuff parked all the way around.
Sit down there and then be out of here.
This whole side is like parked. You saw it all the way down this side.
So they want more
Bunch of stuff
stuff?
in the back.
I don't know how
Park
many
15
vehicles they
cars.
have right now for their paving company, supposedly, I think they're landscaping as well, I'm not sure.
So they want the 15
They want
unregistered
up to-
and.
Yeah,
Right, so you
but if you look at the way they stack cars down here,
Are they coming in for that?
gas station.
No,
Yep.
they were supposed to
I
be,
mean,
the
which gas
unregistered permit, unregistered vehicle
What
permit.
are they called now, across from Mobile?
The Board of Selectmen.
Oh, that one over there?
Um,
Yeah, Dave's or
So we
Tibbs or something like
Dave's.
that.
basically told the Board of Selectmen that they should hold off making a decision until we could review it and give our recommendation as to what we wanted to see.
I mean, they don't have 11 parking spaces as it's laid out.
You said they
If
have
they're-
more or less?
if They have 11 right now.
Correct.
Yeah.
They're running a business out of there, they have to have parking for the employees.
What's his?
They have trucks, they're gonna have parking spaces for those trucks. And then they'll throw 15 unregistered vehicles, and it seems to me like,
It's excessive.
Well, then you gotta worry about the fire department getting in there too, if they
Right.
need to get into the back end.
and my question would be is what is the business? Because the business before was a paving company. So if you have 15 unregistered vehicles, what is the business that you're doing now?
In their
What
permit
is it legally say
application,
right
they
now?
actually state that they supposedly have a permit to repair cars, and I know nothing about it. I don't know where that came from, who they would get it from.
Did we have anything in the file that stated what the use was originally? 'Cause we must add something to come up with 11 parking spaces.
I actually haven't had time to really go through this.
Well, it is BW paving, right? So BW paving is the applicant on this, right? Is it like they're paving cars and trucks that they're looking to leave there?
Unregistered?
Yeah.
That's what doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Unless they're looking to park out in the existing
Maintenance shop
Keystone.
for landscaping and paving business storage
This
of
is all
equipment. That was
Keystone.
the original application.
Yeah, but then.
Conservation won't want anything.
I'm not saying
Through that,
yeah, but
So,
Could be.
that's the only place that I can see that I would think that,
nothing if those registered cars are
Yeah, yeah.
2016. I feel like they probably will be like leaking and
oh yeah. Yeah, but that's the only place that I could see to
Yeah.
put something somewhere.
I mean, what I would ask for is a determination of what the business is that's there, and I think we need to have them come in and discuss the site plan. 'Cause we can't make a decision based on no information. On the surface, it just looks, I'm trying to cram a lot of stuff in a small bag.
those are cool class from the past. All those. Those old site plans, the old site plans.
All right, now you may discuss, if you'd like to go into
No, I'm over
the
it.
goats grazing project.
Oh, the goats grazing. I'm all for that. I think we should get some for the town.
And it sounds like all they're asking for now is for us to tell them what the permitting package is.
That almost been detrimental.
I think that,
Oh, thanks.
I think they need to get a determination from the zoning officer.
It's my understanding with temporary bringing goats and sheep to Walmart, they do their thing. They're
What is it for?
goat grazing.
It's for keeping their
The drainage?
drainage ditch
Open?
open.
Where's that water going?
Into the ground, probably. That's the thing, right? If the
Where are they
goats
gonna-
are
where are they
eating
gonna go with that
something, yeah, something's gonna be coming out the other end.
They're gonna be going to the bathroom the same place the rabbits do.
Those are rabbits.
And the deer, whatever else is floating around over there.
I say they have sheep instead of goats.
Yeah, they are. They
So
think
what-
they're
no,
looking
what
at
What are they
both.
looking for us to do?
It's funny that you
Looking for us
said
to tell
that.
them exactly how to
So,
get permits, and what permits they need, how long it's gonna
Must
take.
not read that much into it then.
Well, if you guys want
Bless
to
you.
take the information home and review it, and we can discuss it at the next meeting, that's fine too.
But the letter says that before they even talk to Walmart about doing it, before Walmart gives them the green light, they need to understand what the permitting pathway is and all that.
And no one
stuff.
come with the on board.
So this isn't just Walmart. This
Like a temporary
is
outdoor
Apex
use permit?
companies are looking to do this, so they could do this to other businesses too in
Goats
town.
need all the
Potentially.
Potentially, I suppose.
Yeah, because it's a company, not Walmart.
Correct.
Yes.
So the grass.
Yeah.
Do you think that would be not us? Right?
It's some sort of special use permit? I don't know.
That's a
Well, no,
service.
like if they were, I could see if they were trying to like train goats there, or like if they're just possibly gonna have goats to go there to clean it for Walmart. It's their method of maintenance.
it's
I don't
maintenance.
think is an issue.
If you're gonna pay somebody to go down there and hand pick them, you wouldn't have
Well,
to get a
that's what I
special
mean.
permit
Yeah, if
for
you went
that.
down there with a weed whacker or a pair of scissors, it's.
You know, you
Built
never
a guy a
will.
little shed and he lived down there for 2 weeks.
Hey.
You need something for that?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem like,
No, you're probably right, Jim.
Did anybody else?
Outside
I
of
don't know
our
if they, I see that they're putting up,
purview,
they're gonna put up a
yes, you can.
solar fence, one of those solar zap fences. But are they gonna keep goats there and sheep there for a period of time and not take them back?
I don't know. That's what I'm getting at. If they're just bringing some goats
Is this
in a
only-
trailer and being like, "Oh, here's a couple hours, have at it, and then
Right.
back out." It's,
It seemed like it was gonna be like a week or so they live in there because they're gonna build a shelter, they're gonna build an electric fence, they're gonna do a bunch of.
Wait,
other
Sasha,
stuff.
where'd you see this?
where have you seen this?
There's an electric fence here. They say there's gonna be a set up a solar powered electrified fence inside the existing fencing around the area to be cleared. Oh, set up a field shelter. What's a field shelter though?
I imagine there's some shade so they don't get burnt.
So if the only thing's, never mind, it's within existing chain link,
yeah.
I'm good. Answer my own question.
But it's in a stormwater pond, right? So is the fence gonna get electrified and all of a sudden electrify the water and, I don't know.
Those are low zap.
Yeah.
You could touch them. It just doesn't feel
I
great.
like those, battery operated fly swatter things.
Oh, yeah.
I think most of them
Next
are
door
on
neighbor
thing
has it.
too. Like
Those battery operated flies or
bolts around.
And you could shut them off too. By flipping the switch off.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say if they're just bringing in goats for a couple hours, that's no thing. If they're putting on structures and building fencing, then they would show us something.
I'm more curious
Leave it at that,
what
right?
what they're gonna do with all the waste.
Well, that's what's gonna fertilize the growth.
Well, that's what you're trying to stop, right? Is there no point to stop
No,
it?
we're just trying to trim it.
Yeah, they're just keeping it trimmed.
It's
So
gonna make
you
nice and
would
green
like
and
them to
lush.
come in for a discussion?
Yeah, we need to know their
But I don't know.
go-to.
Are they building a permanent structure?
Probably not permanent,
It's not
right?
implied.
Are
It's-
they gonna build the structure on a trailer and then leave that trailer there temporarily?
That would make more sense, but I don't know, it doesn't really say.
I like how they're called a crew though. That's interesting.
It's crew.
It's a crew.
Yeah, it's a grounds crew.
Are they gonna pay the goats?
They
I
are,
don't know.
and lovely
Yeah.
feed.
They'll just
All the
set-
poison ivy they can eat.
They'll give them 10 minutes in Walmart.
That's it. I mean, that's a valid. What goats can actually jump up to 5 feet? Just as a weird fact. So, if they jump over that fence,
They get a 6-foot chain link to get over.
that 6-foot chain. Where did it say that?
I'm pretty sure the existing one there is 6 foot.
It didn't look 6 foot to me.
No.
That's all.
I think you should, in your about town travels.
I could go there after work. I could go there after here and measure it.
What if it rains? What if the stormwater pond fills all the way up? What are the poor goats gonna do? Is there a bench for them to hang out on?
They'll eat the chain link.
They'll just
They
run
actually
away.
do. They can't eat through metal.
Is that why they're putting up the electric fence? So they
Yeah,
don't just
probably.
eat the chain link?
But they can't. They're not going to hook the electric fence to the chain link. They'll have to put up some sort of
Right?
like
Yeah, they'll put
pieces
stakes
of
in.
wood, stakes.
Yeah. Apparently it'll have to be over 5 feet high.
Dude, I'm not even kidding you. It is a feat of nature how these goats can jump that high. I can't imagine it. I didn't believe it until I looked it up and then I saw it.
No kidding.
So what do you think? We need more discussion on the goats?
I think the
or-
goats need to come in.
Bring the chew crew.
The chew crew.
I don't think
That's what they refer to them.
I think we just need to
Release
find out if the
crew.
structure is actually going to be a permanent structure.
And I would even phrase it maybe that if they actually intend on doing this, then maybe they should come in, but if all they're looking for is the permitting process, then There's not a whole heck of a lot of use in them coming in.
I don't even know who would permit it, so.
Well, technically speaking, you don't need for a small quote unquote structure, shed, you don't need a building permit for that or anything.
200 square feet or more, yes.
They don't need it. For
It's probably gonna be
Five.
How big is the crew?
they're not that big.
It's a couple goats and a sheep, right? Is that what it
I'll
said?
tell you right now, 200 square feet.
Few goats and a couple of sheep.
That's like the Ritz Carlton for five.
8 by 8.
Telling you, it's not even needed for that. Don't even need that.
Okay, moving on.
So you guys bring them in? Let it go?
I'd like to have them bring in the goats with them when they come and present. No,
They can stop by at my house if they wanna get some goat grazing in. All after them. It's a big thing. Goat keeping right now. Big thing.
Okay. Now would you like to discuss the memo for the handicap spaces?
Sure.
Yes. What is
Did we
that?
make a determination on the goats?
Yeah, they're gonna come in and give us more information,
Okay.
or I will send them.
And the building
So
inspector's
I guess
gonna
I'm
not
not really
bringing with the goats.
I don't know who gives a permit for it.
You don't even know who would even give a
I
permit.
mean, the building inspector's gonna be the one that looks into what the permits might be, if there are any,
He would only do the structure.
for the zoning enforcement officer, sorry.
Well, he
He's
would.
the same guy.
I know.
See enforced goats?
I don't think so.
I would say maybe Board of Health might
Right.
That's the only one I
That's it.
can think
I
of.
believe it was originally sent to her and then she forwarded
Sent it to
everything
us.
else.
Oh,
So, well,
everybody.
We're not allowed goats in an agricultural town.
Well, yeah, it's a tough
To
one.
me, I would say it kind of falls on the planning board. I would think.
On the planning board?
I mean, on the Board of Health.
You said planning board, I was like, what?
No,
Or the
Just wants to see the
conservation
goats.
commission, because they're changing their O&M for the stormwater. I don't know.
Or are they eating
Yeah.
plants that shouldn't be touched?
Well, it already says, well, they're gonna protect the safety of the goats and the sheep. So,
It's not a big deal.
all right, so we'll send that if they want to come back. They want to come in and talk to us, they can.
so basically, the memo from the building inspector was, there was an issue concerning the handicap spaces at Tedeschi's. When Tedeschi's did the bump out for Dunkin' Donuts, they moved the handicap spaces to the right. So there was an issue with someone parking in the vacated handicap spots. So it was just suggested that when anyone comes in for a new site plan for their parking, that we make sure that it's a requirement that they make sure they black out the painted handicap
Oh, because they
on.
didn't
Because
black
you
that
can
out
still,
and
yeah,
changed
you can
it.
still see the blue, and there was an issue over there, so.
Somebody freaked out.
Because somebody was parking on what they thought was a handicap spot, but it was really a regular spot.
Correct.
Okay.
All right,
So that's a
so
memo.
noted.
So are we asking them to come in and do something about it? Or are they already
We
doing something
certainly
about it?
can send them a letter.
Saying fix your spaces?
Yep.
Just white them out?
Yeah, we could do it.
Block them out.
so is the issue that a handicapped person is parking in a non-handicapped
No,
spot?
it was-
No, it was an issue of a regular person parking in a vacated handicap
So you're saying
spot.
handicap people aren't
And
regular?
someone else
Thought,
took offense to it, thinking it was still a handicap spot. Because they could still see the blue on the car.
So someone, all right, so a random person saw a car in the spot,
Or
or?
somebody with a handicap plate.
No,
No?
no.
I don't
It
understand.
was
Just
a regular
Just a
person.
passerby?
Vigilante. Can we
No.
label them a vigilante?
I like a pacifier.
There was no
Just
justice.
a passerby, or just a customer for Tedeschi's parked in the vacated handicap spots that were to the left of the building. Because the blue was still being shown on the tar, someone else
Got mad at them.
got mad at the person that was parked there, even though the handicap spots are now to the right, with painting on the tar and
Yes.
actual signage.
So the vigilante parking enforcement agent doesn't work at Tedeschi's, no thing. Like, I don't see how we can really, can we address crazy people? Like, I don't
I
understand.
think
Well,
we
we
just have
certainly
that.
can just send a
strike
letter
it,
to
yeah.
advise them they need to possibly black it out.
But there was no confusion. What I'm saying is we're not stopping a handicapped person from parking, we're not limiting handicapped
There
access.
was no legal issue. Yeah.
But I think the thing is that there's confusion that played a toll in this one,
Because
where
you could still see
people
them.
maybe have overstepped what they think they know and maybe it was a short fuse.
Kind of understand what I'm getting at, right? Like the
we're-
problem wasn't the parking lot, like we don't really need a new
Parking lot
regulation on.
Oh, no, we don't need a regulation.
Most
That's what
people
I'm getting
know that
at.
a
We don't
handicap
need-
spot is marked
All
by
I'm saying is, when
pavement and then
somebody
a
comes in
sign.
and says they want to change the
Signs.
spot,
Oh, we just mentioned.
we mentioned to
Okay.
them, you know,
Alright,
you
I'm okay with
might
that.
want to
After,
wipe
after
that
this,
out.
has Tedeschi's shown any sign of?
Maybe we should add some green space after every handicap spot that's taken away.
Yeah, when you remove
So do we want to send a letter to the desk?
Yeah, why don't we do that? You'd think that that would be an understood problem,
They want more people
You
to
got
park in
people
front of their building, why wouldn't they like
fighting
that?
over parking spaces in their parking lot.
They use white or black.
I think they should go with purple.
I think it should be bold.
Well, let's be serious, Ron.
I think it's kind of ridiculous that this is actually required.
Well, it was
It's kind
just
of a,
a
like-
suggestion.
No,
We
no.
certainly don't
It's-
have to do it. It was
It's
a
not,
suggestion.
it's not raw,
So-
it's not not the suggestion, it was the fact that it wasn't like, wow, there was a problem that is obviously big enough that we're now dealing with it.
Now,
And they haven't solved it on their own, that we have to send them over a letter to, hey, take care of that? That's all. That's what I meant by ridiculous.
Oh, yeah, that's why I suggest not doing
So what would
that.
you like to do?
Nothing.
What about the
Julie?
We will, we will take this into, and we will.
Yeah, absolutely.
And next time this
Yeah,
arises,
that's
we will
this.
certainly make the comment to the people who want to eliminate the handicap spot.
I don't know if you kept yours in there, but they changed the parking spaces around for the new senior, or whatever, the senior center.
Did we get a
Yeah,
formal
that's,
site plan
we
for that
still
yet?
have not, I haven't.
So,
for
That's
myself
not
to
the
look at it.
changed one.
No, I know, but like, I know they mentioned, they have handicap spots where I don't think there's gonna be handicap spots there anymore.
Oh.
Like, I thought they were having handicap spots up here and they currently do. And if they're changing that, then we're gonna run into the same issue.
Well, this isn't the formal one anyway, we're still.
No, it's just a thought. I mean, this is brought up from Tedeschi, so I don't want Hope's Tavern to be a second example. Never even thought about changing parking spots around as a big deal.
All right, Dunkin' Donuts. Is that signs?
Yes. I've gone through them as best I can. So the first one is a wall sign. I didn't make copies from what we received. The bump out that they have in the front,
Yeah.
this is where they want to put the wall sign.
So probably where the banner is almost.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly where the banner is. As you can see, it's about 7.4, so 7.25 feet tall. Our bylaws are 2 feet. So if they want to have this, they would absolutely need to get a special permit from us. It also, I spoke with the person that does the signage, and he said it absolutely is internally lit. They call it halo illumination.
Yeah, see, I don't, I know that we've done LED in the past, but that was when the LED was the
Yeah,
actual.
internally lit is internally lit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so they can't.
So basically, there's like a cabinet in each section that basically has lights inside it, and what he said was it shines this way, bounces off of the, what do you call it, the cloud, and then illuminates back out. But he said the cabinet itself, yes, is,
I know what he's saying, because you see it and then it almost looks like it's glowing off of the building.
But do the letters light up? Is that's the question? Are they
no,
plastic?
it's like the clouds around the Dunkin' Donuts
Okay.
light, so it illuminates out.
But if it were plastic, right, then it would still shine through, right? As if it were.
Yeah, like if this is opaque, yeah. I'd say that's the difference.
So
Like
this
if this
is
was opaque and all you see is a little light coming up around the edges, that's okay in my mind, but the second that's transparent and the light's beaming through it.
What you're talking about is, I think, what they do.
So essentially,
Yeah,
these are
right, like it's-
freestanding, like this is just freestanding off the building, just like
I think
off
it's
the
off.
building. And then
That's
the lights
these
refracting
boxes,
off the
like-
building,
like
off
This
the
is
light.
this box.
It would be like an inch
This
off the
is that
building, or
one.
whatever it might be.
But there's not like an encased sign like they
No.
normally are, like where the tubes are, like the bells and stuff like inside the lettering.
Well,
Sounds like
it's
it's not.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's a cabinet, so it's
Mhm.
very
It is a
similar
cabinet.
to the same thing, only the lights are going.
So it's actually not
Just
hitting a
white.
building, it's hitting the actual
It's
electrical structure of the whole sign.
Yeah, there's some sort of panel that says
Yeah.
panel
behind
in
it.
the back
Yeah.
that it
Probably a
shines
whiteboard or
backwards and
something.
then
Yeah.
illuminates back out. But they're looking for,
I mean, on size, I would think right off the bat, it's
Well, the size is
obviously,
the issue.
well, it's way too big. I'd be willing to go a little more than the 2 feet if eliminate the icon, you know what I mean? Allow them to keep,
What's our
They
square
would
footage
be-
requirement?
well, they're allowed,
They'll
2
probably be
feet
able to
in
get
height.
this.
the
That's what I mean,
sign
I'd be
itself,
leaning
the
on
overall sign
this.
or letters can only be 2 feet in height. Unless you're 100 feet back from the street, then you can go 25% more per every 100 feet. So
How
the
big is the
Walmart
banner
is
that's up
very
there right
big.
now?
I have no idea.
Because that
So
should
I
be
think
covered
I'll
under the
measure
same
What's that, Larry?
sign, how big is their banner? I'm looking at the thing you printed out, a temporary promotional sign is covered in our bylaws
It is.
too. So that may just as well, may be too big too.
I would think that we definitely would need them to come in.
Yeah,
Okay.
And what's the total square footage? Is there a square footage requirement or just the height requirement?
It's the height requirement.
So
You
if
can
you have
only be
20 foot
60,
long.
you can only have 60% of the wall length, which I calculated at 8.4 feet, and their sign is about 8 feet. So the length is fine, but the height itself is way too big. We allow 2 feet.
So even if they move the icon to the side and they tacked on another 2 feet of length,
They're still gonna need a special permit.
and how, so 2 feet tall and how wide?
Up to 60%, they can have
Oh,
about
okay.
8.4 feet,
Okay.
considering the size of that wall itself.
yeah, that's what I was wondering, because that's on a peak, right? Like on the thing? Alright.
But you
So
can't
they
say,
only,
well, I
they
can't do
only
the
get
whole wall
credit
up
for the,
for that
alright,
wall.
gotcha. Agreed.
That wall is about 14 feet.
but if there's
What
nothing
is your
else,
plans?
if there's nothing else on the other walls, if you measured it the whole way around, you might be able to get.
Yeah, but I would interpret it the way Terry did
Yeah.
The
it
linear
on
wall
that
of that
section,
wall
yeah.
that you're using,
So
that's
because
what you
it's a
have to do.
chamfered corner, they're getting hosed.
Well, no, it's because where it is, it's on it's on the second or say third floor.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The wall that the banner is on.
correct, but if it were on the long side of the building, they would be able to do a much longer sign.
Correct,
Yeah.
but they don't
Yeah, but they can
have,
still only
if
do
you
2
look
feet
at
tall.
the
That's
building,
to the
they don't
side.
really
Yeah,
have
that's like
much of
saying,
a
yeah, if it
wall.
wasn't in the
No,
same
there is
place,
no-
but-
There is no wall. This is the
There's-
side of the building.
There's no
there is
good
wall.
section of wall that
Sure.
faces
Yeah,
the, besides what they're putting it.
Yeah, you want that to be where your entrance is.
Well, it looks like
This
it's
is-
designed for the sign.
This is another sign permit, they, for the awnings, they wanna have about 19 inches of basically spaced random lettering and stuff like that. Our letters aren't to exceed 10 inches. I don't know how you guys wanna deal with this one, where
It's on.
Alright, so you're talking
It's-
the vertical drop on the end?
the awnings, they're gonna put up awnings.
But that's almost a decoration, it doesn't say Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah,
No, it just has some,
I was gonna say like
quality, it's got random words,
I wouldn't
This
consider,
one-
I would consider that signage.
probably.
No, I don't think I would either. It's just if somebody puts some paisley patterns or scribbles.
Okay, so this one we don't want to worry about.
I mean, if they put the Dunkin' logo on it,
Oh, not the logo.
what's that?
They can say quality, but not put Dunkin' cups on there.
Just,
No, but it's just, it's kind of, I get what you're saying, but at the same time, it's like,
never mind, what are they gonna do? They did mention, and in their site plan, they did have a
This awning has no
Freestanding,
graphics, this
right?
one you're not doing now. This one,
freestanding.
So these are all separate.
yep, I have them send in a separate application for each of those
Oh, it's
types of
easy.
signage. Because that way.
Yeah, we
can
absolutely
keep it
need a
straight.
link for that one.
This one is for the enter and exits.
Yeah,
Wow.
They want welcome back and see you soon.
lit up.
Darkly.
No, it's shiny vinyl, there's no lighting. It
Okay,
just
cool.
shines off of headlights, I guess. This is the site plan that they gave us, so.
Alright, we gotta be careful, because I think we've all been to a place where you're like, dude, you put a sign there.
Right, this is where they want, this is the Stop and Shop entrance, and they want to put them here and here. And this is the main entrance on Plymouth Street, here and here.
Ooh, that looks
Okay.
far enough
So
back
like
for
over
me.
here would be welcome back.
This is only a one-way. Or,
No, it's a two-way.
this is the Stop and Shop? Where's
Yeah.
the- This is Stop and
Plymouth.
Shop?
That's Stop and Shop, yeah.
I could have swore there's a do not enter sign.
Right now there
There
probably is,
there was before.
Yeah, and it's gonna be big enough to do two-way traffic?
Yeah.
Wide enough?
hopefully. Over here, this one here would be the welcome back. This one would be the see you soon.
That's pretty good, because if it's before the arrow lined up, if that's a 20-foot spot.
So
However-
How many signs is that?
However, just for this in itself, I looked at the original site plan that was approved, and their site plan actually says enter only and exit only, which, and there's no other exit or enter or exit after Stop and Shop area. You certainly can allow that, but
That would be Jack.
it literally said enter only signs, exit only signs. Actually, here it is, I forgot.
oh, it's on the, that's just
We've
a
got
simple plan,
enter
I
only
guess.
signs, exit only signs.
Yeah, 'cause that's not even,
There
it's
wasn't
not
even anything over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is.
So
I mean,
it's up to you
over
what
there,
you're going to allow, and we can certainly tell them.
I mean, over there, I don't think that's as pertinent. I mean, this here is the
Very
traffic.
critical.
What is this?
So,
Yeah, that's
The one going to
practical.
Stop and Shop is not gonna be high pressure,
Yeah,
No, but
you know, to go in and out. But here,
I can
both
only
want to
imagine
come in
traffic,
here.
that's not good. That's Dunkin'
And
Donuts.
they get all the signage up there, how confusing is that going to be?
yeah, and enter and exit, the universally recognized, right?
Yeah.
It's clear and precise.
Yeah.
This is-
I think that definitely needs to be an enter and an exit, not
Yeah,
a,
and these are more the traffic signs that are enter, do not enter
Right,
type
right.
signs as opposed to direction. Yeah.
I'm assuming
people doing whatever
what's in your
entrance
list
they
over there.
want to half the time anyway.
Assuming the menu board.
it is not
Big
because
red
they're going to
driveways.
use the one that's currently at
Well, especially when you're sitting in traffic trying to get into the
I
second
guess the
one,
menu board.
and you're at the first one.
I need coffee.
I need my coffee.
So they're looking for these signs on all the entrances. And then the only other sign they're gonna have is gonna be on the building.
Yeah, well, no, and they'll have the pylon sign that's down here,
Big one.
which is, this one.
You know, sign on the building, sign on the street.
So how many feet of sign are you allowed for one business?
We don't have,
I thought we had 40 square feet or
for like a directory sign, but your enters and exits, those are separate signs. We don't have like an overall
45
Oh, yeah, because we limit that you can only have like one on the building, right? One on each side that faces a road. And then if you only have 60% of that, I think
Well,
that's
wall
like how we
sign is
limit it.
60. Well, that's why I gave you the sign bylaws in your packets.
You didn't
So you can review it. We don't have like an overall, this is the maximum signage you can have overall. We don't have a bylaw for that. We have like a wall sign, a pylon sign, a
When he was
direct
talking about
sign.
before, he had a bakery that dropped
What happened down to Cumberland
and
Farms?
a dry cleaner, or a lawyer. and a
They
dry
have
cleaner. The baker was down.
40 square
at,
feet sign out front.
Right.
Yeah, the
Well,
warehouse
So
thing.
he's figured it out.
Yeah.
So you can only have one of those. That's-
Unless you
They
have,
got two because.
Well, it's two different
they've
streets.
got two street frontages,
And,
right?
and the distance of the frontage, but I mean, this place is only gonna count for frontage,
Correct,
one place.
yeah.
The other one's not frontage, that's a driveway. That's Stop and Shop's driveway, it's not
You
frontage.
want to see the sign?
Correct,
So the only frontage is the front,
yep. And that would basically count for your,
that sign in the corner there.
the directory sign.
Well, they're, you know, the big, are they doing one on that corner?
Yes,
That's it, right here.
you can.
Okay.
So you can have a wall sign, you can have the directory sign, you can have directional signs, basically your enter and exit. There's no overall, like, maximum you can have in total.
So we don't have any limit on how big the directional signs can be?
Or how many?
No.
Out of all those signing bylaws that we have, they don't account for something.
That is a
I don't believe we do. We do the directory pylon sign there that he's looking at now. They can have up to 40 square feet.
Right.
They come in at 38.5, but then they're also adding the address above it,
Yeah,
and we're not sure how to address that,
so that's another 20 square feet.
because you have to go by the overall. So we don't know if we want to suggest just put the number, not Plymouth Street.
It is kind of nice to have something that says Plymouth Street.
I was just gonna say, it'd be nice to have Plymouth Street.
I think that's a, I don't think we should,
When people kind of understand, oh yeah, this is Plymouth.
Well, they
it
certainly.
helps, there's weird, you
No,
know,
but I mean, somebody driving.
but you never know
a
what
sign
people pick
officer?
up for landmarks too.
A
like
sign
this.
officer?
The zoning enforcement officer would be the sign. Well, you guys are the special permit granting authority for signs. That's why they would have to come to you guys for anything over and above what
No,
we
it's just
allow.
one of the things is, any violation of the bylaw or any lawful order of the sign officer.
It's you. It's actually you.
That's funny.
It's funny, they could actually make that.
Chop down the bylaws in a minute.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Like crazy pillar looking things.
And also on that, right in the middle, like highlighted, it says light bar. See it?
Yes.
I don't know what a light bar is.
Shines up.
Yeah, so as long as it's a bar.
It's funny because it says light bar down there, but they have it up here. The actual light bars from the top.
That's a good point.
So unless they're,
They can
Illuminate down.
External.
uplight it or downlight it, it just cannot be internally lit.
Right.
Clarification.
Okay, so
Yeah, they have to come in anyway because of the
you're
wall
gonna need a
sign.
special permit for the oversized
Wall sign.
wall sign. They certainly should cut it down a little bit. The see you soon and welcome back should be enter only and exit only.
Especially on
Yeah,
Plymouth
Well,
Street.
no, they're gonna have to do them both, right? They're gonna have to do the traffic signs for the do not enter and
I don't think they have anything.
what's on the site plan. They don't have to submit for stop signs and traffic signs for one way only and that kind of stuff. Again, right, because that's considered not a
Well, I
advertising
don't,
sign.
where was that on the?
It's on the
That's on the site plan.
I saw exit only and enter only.
They didn't show these signs on the site plan.
no, they made you
No,
think like you're
it's
saying
that-
it was gonna be a typical metal,
With the black lines and do not enter, or the red
yeah,
lines.
like just standard.
Yeah, it says exit only signs and enter only signs.
So I'd be cool with replacing those with with something that looked like that, as long as it only said exit or
Exit
enter.
only and then.
I don't want, it shouldn't catch your eye or make you wanna read it. It's,
They're 54 inches high, and how big are they? 36? So aren't they gonna start to obstruct the view with all this stuff?
but it does look like they're set back at least 20 feet off of the road.
They're 20 feet off?
Because they're past the back of these spots.
If they're 20 feet off the road,
that's
these
not-
might just be extra signage.
It is.
Those are right here.
So they may still be doing the exit only and the enter only signs.
Those are different signs. These are traffic signs that are like the big ones that shine with their headlights that say "Do not enter." One way only, right? So if somebody's coming here, they know not to pull in here because you got a big sign that's 2 feet by 2 feet.
Those aren't on here.
No, that is what those are showing.
Exit only and enter only?
Yeah.
Yeah, so this one would be like a big sign that says "Do not enter," as if you were going, or the other one would be. This one should be a sign that points that way. People that want to pull in, that says "Do not enter," like your traditional traffic sign, like it's a one-way only.
And it looks by that small paper, like they're doing additional signage back here. And
Yeah.
that's what those ones are.
Where's the paper that I had to show that?
Yeah, I
It
don't
looked-
know, it's one of the little ones. It looks like, so there's just gonna
Yeah.
be like a host of signs.
Well, yeah, they're
That's what,
projected.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, like, you don't have to do, I'll allow just one, no problem. Yeah,
Here?
alright,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, there's one way up here.
But you see how, if these are, if
Stop
that's a
and shop
20-foot
sign.
deep spot, then that see you soon or exit are pretty far back. So like your car would be here when you're going to stop for, you know what I mean?
Pulling out?
Yeah, so I think they'll, as far as line of sight goes, I don't think they'd obstruct, but there's no point in having
Yeah, but
the
then 20
decorative
feet-
signs
20 feet later,
and
there's
the
gonna be
other
a,
ones.
you know, exit only, enter
No,
only.
but I think you still want the traffic sign here that points out
No, no,
that way.
the traffic sign is
Do not
required.
enter.
I think
The actual,
the big sign here, because if you're driving this way, you're not gonna notice with that sign, with this sign on the building here. This is easily visible if you're driving that way. But I think they're trying to grab people driving this way with a bigger sign, because with the green space that they're supposedly putting in, how are you gonna see something that's low and you can't be blocking a stop and shop sign?
I think these signs are more about this guy going this way so they know, okay, to drive through, I need to turn this way and keep going around, right? That's the point. There's gonna be like an arrow that points that
The
way.
other freestanding sign's gonna be over here though.
But it's not gonna tell you which way to go for the traffic flow, right? That's what the point of the smaller signs are.
those other signs are just hello, goodbye signs.
Yeah.
That's all they are. In addition to, if I had to guess, in addition to the exit and enter signs.
Yeah, like that welcome back one is gonna point to the left saying, okay, it's implied that, hey, the drive-through is this way, you got an arrow pointing that way.
Oh, they don't even have a drive-through with an arrow.
But what they're saying here is this is gonna be two-sided, right?
Right.
And it's gonna be over here.
Right. And it'll probably be facing this way, otherwise what's the point of the arrow?
To bring them in this way.
Alright, yeah, but you gotta, this is probably just stock image, so like chances are, it's gonna be.
This one's gonna be.
Post
see you
is
soon,
gonna, post is
pointing out,
gonna be
right?
in the back, yeah.
I think they need to come in,
Oh, never mind.
and that's that. It's because I want them to tell me what they're doing with those signs, because if they can't replace an enter and exit sign with "see you soon" with a little tiny arrow on it.
Yeah, they don't-
Yeah, but
they
I'd
don't
be
own-
okay with
they don't
the
own
enter and
it.
exit
No, I know,
looking like
but
this
itself doesn't look
instead of
itself.
looking like
That's
that.
what's here.
You
But you
know?
can't say "see you soon."
And then
No, I
this
don't-
is
not at all.
proposed here.
So
That's good.
I'm ready to table that until they come in and tell me exactly what they're doing. Or Terry's batteries now.
Don't worry, I have backup ready.
From the tripod.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 6 different signs.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 on there.
The main one,
Yeah.
2 in the front. Is that, Terry, is that one up above, is that just one?
Yeah, it's one
Oh, is that-
In total,
Or is it
it's
2 sides to that?
technically 3, Dunkin', or
No, no,
Dunkin'
but
Donuts
I
and
mean,
the cup.
The image is just one image, it's not, like-
It's not gonna face both ways, right?
No, it's just one,
yeah.
as you come in this way towards
Right.
Dunkin' Donuts.
But then the directory.
Yeah, the directory doesn't count.
It's a sign. Has a logo on it.
You mean the one with all the menu items?
No, not the
No,
menu,
no,
the directory, the direct, like,
The-
it says
like the main
355
sign.
Plymouth Street on it.
Oh, the big one up front.
Yeah.
I still need to see the 6.
It's excessive, but, I mean, what,
It's pretty standard.
no, but, we have 35 pages of bylaws on the sign, so we're gonna make sure to follow.
Except for
those.
size.
Total size.
So, in amount of small.
Okay, so we've got here.
Okay, Bill,
Oh, yeah, we need to pay bills.
just one, right?
Just one, yes.
Can I make a motion to pay the Plymouth Halifax Express re-advertisement invoice number 9340 for $80? I don't know why I read that weird.
Okay, I have a motion to pay the bill, is there a second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries unanimous.
Those minutes. Yeah, here.
Just the one.
That's just one.
Two seconds. Three.
So I'll pay the Halifax Express on this one.
Hey, sorry.
Else do something.
It's like past
I
the
turned in
mark.
my paperwork for this.
That's been in there for a while.
Okay, just making sure.
Okay, I'll double check.
Yes, but yes, it's, yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot I did that.
Well, I need it.
You'll wait long enough.
Alright, yeah, I think I printed out the you push the button a bunch of times.
Are you Adam?
Yes, I am.
All right, Adam, take you up next.
Okay. So I purchased a lot, or
Chair up if you want.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you sign it too, like the regular signage.
Right up on it.
Just so I know who you are for our record keeping.
Okay. Did you not bring right.
There's one attached to it.
Oh, look at that.
Can't leave it. Could you have to put it in our bills? Check, you think we can get some WD-40 for this chair?
I think there's some in the closet.
Have a goat take care of it for you.
Eat the chair. You want to be chair?
You can just sit on
And
it.
it's
Yeah,
already,
This is pasture lane. I actually wanted to come because I guess there's a bunch of improvements that need to be made.
Well, just a little bit of history on it. I mean, the subdivision was started a long time ago.
Right.
Things moved along, sold some off, and then the economy kind of took a dip. And then it's been on hold ever since. The town is holding that last lot in covenant
Yeah,
until such time as that road gets finished, and then we'll release it.
so basically I wanted to come and introduce myself and see who I needed to sit down and work with to get it to the point where it's,
Okay.
compliant with the town.
So basically what we need to do is we need to send the review engineer back out. He's
Okay.
given us a cost of what it was to finish the road back whenever.
Right.
It's been a long time. What we would do is we would send the review engineer back out to do that. What that requires is some money in a revolving account because the developer pays for that review
Right.
engineer to go out there. So we need you to fund, I don't know if there's money
I
in there or
did
not.
look, there's $1,500 in that, the revolving account.
Okay.
I did look.
So there's money in there to start that.
Okay.
We can send, who was it?
It's Cullen Engineering out of Lakeville.
Lakeville, yeah. So what we do is we'll get in touch with them, have them go back out, they can pull up the records they had, go out, take a site walk, figure out what needs to be done.
Okay.
We'll come up with a cost estimate. I don't know what your plan is, whether you're planning on finishing the road first and then looking for a release, but the town will not release the lot on the covenant
Oh,
anymore.
yeah, I bought it with knowing that fact.
Okay. I mean, you could put up a bond for that.
Right. My only idea was to pave it from that lot on, you know, do all the repairs that were needed, and then finish the paving as the driveway was done for lot 1, which is the last lot. It would make any sense. But, it's probably early in the stage to be talking about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how the base coat looks out there right now. There may be some of the base coat that needs to be taken up and
I think it needs to be level.
leveled.
Right.
I don't believe that there's a sidewalk out there at all.
No, there isn't.
No, there's a sidewalk that's missing,
There's no base for the sidewalk either.
no, it needs to be prepped, and
Right,
I've gotten some, little bit of pricing on it, so
okay.
anytime if I could maybe leave my number and the guy could call me from engineering.
Absolutely. What we'll have to do is we'll have to get in touch with them and see if they'll even take that on again. I think they will, but I mean, they haven't worked for us for a long time.
Oh, they have.
Right.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
When was this road put in, 2004?
It was
I think it was
started in
before that.
2004. The last house, 4 houses were built and they were all, got a
6.
certificate of occupancy in 2007.
Wow.
6 and 7, so nothing's been done since the middle of 2007.
So we're gonna have to take a look at the drainage basins. I mean,
Yeah, I went
know
through
that they were
there, they're a
overgrown.
little plugged up, I can tell. Some of the manhole covers are getting nuts, so silt's just going in there.
Right, so the catch basins, manholes may have to be rebuilt at the top.
Okay,
Cast iron pulled off and rebuilt. And then, you know, the engineer will walk through the drainage as well. But I know it's all overgrown, it's all gonna have to be cleared. and-
yeah, it went down, it's a mess.
Yeah. And as the chairman, what I can tell you is we would be glad to have that finished.
I'm sure.
But
It's
I
a
mean-
very nice subdivision, nice home.
Right.
How many more are left to be
Just
built
the
out
one.
there?
Just one lot.
Just the one that was being held?
Right. So, I mean, that's the steps. You know, if you were looking to start building before the road is done, I mean, it would take a bond or an estimate of whatever the engineer says. Like if you said you were gonna pave from that lot to the back and finish the
Right.
back, whatever that would be from there to the street,
Right,
his estimate, plus we put a, you know, a cushion on the top of that.
right.
If you come up with that, then.
I could probably do that, I just wanna know what the figure was.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and that would be based on what that engineer comes up with.
Would the whole road not have to get finished?
Eventually.
I would think the whole road.
Yeah, the whole road. yeah,
It would have to be finished, but what he's saying is maybe,
We could release the lot with a bond.
maybe do top coat from his lot back, because his is the
Because it
first
makes
lot
sense,
over.
of, you know,
Yeah,
it's
you don't
gonna
wanna
be
tear it up.
excavators and trucks coming in and
Yeah.
out, so.
But I mean, the other side of that coin is, you know, you could finish the road, just be really careful getting
Oh,
equipment in and out of there,
absolutely.
not unloading the street and,
Right.
you know.
Well, on that side is where the sidewalk is not, so
Correct.
it's a little better spot.
Right. And I don't think there's any berm on there either.
No, there's nothing.
And typically.
It's a long story.
Yep,
The fellow-
typically the burn,
The guy that owned it owed me some money and I had to get something.
but typically the berm is put down when the base coat is done too,
Right.
so that we don't have the infiltration of all the sand from the side coming in and filling up the road, which has happened since.
Yeah, there's sand everywhere. I went down and I could just see the catch, you know, the covers were all knocked and there's a lot of work to be done.
Well, I know at one point, I think they were lowered, they were up, or are they up higher than the pavement?
Oh, because they were ready to do the pavement and that didn't happen.
Right.
I actually know the guy that did the road originally, the excavation company. So, I think he had trouble with IRS maybe. Not sure.
Yeah. But I mean, if we have money in the account,
Revolving account.
then we can
Start the process.
start that out. But I mean, I think we should get your name and your
Okay.
information as.
Yeah, it's a
because
LLC.
Have you taken title to that?
I do, I have the deed.
You must just be holding the deed because you can't transfer it until the town releases it.
Right, I have the deed to the property. Put it on the deed.
Yeah.
But what you're saying is that he couldn't transfer the deed to you because the town has a right on it still?
Right.
Well, yeah, there's a hole on the building.
Yeah. Or not just the building, you're saying it would be on the deed too?
Yeah, the deed.
Oh, yeah. Huh. We both got one.
Okay. So
So,
Terry's our secretary, she's also
Yeah,
the
I spoke
secretary
to
of
her on
the
the
Board of
phone a
Health.
few
So,
times. So you want me to just call you tomorrow, or I can fax over all
Probably
my
I'm
notes?
hoping not to be in tomorrow.
Oh, you guys aren't open on Fridays,
I
right?
probably will be.
Some-
Monday's a holiday,
Yeah.
so basically, you really don't need to do anything proper English here. I can get a hold of the review engineer, send them out, they'll send us a report back, and then I can contact you.
Perfect.
And they'll actually see the report as well, and then
Right.
we can have you back, discuss what we want for a bond to get that released,
Or-
or whatever
Yeah.
your plan may be.
Okay.
I mean, you don't have to post a bond to finish the road.
No, I realize that.
But if you post a bond, you
He doesn't have to
relinquish
finish
the
the
hold that we have on it.
But as the chairman, what I would say is, I don't even want to see a bond on that lot to release it until
Yeah.
we see some work,
I'm fine with that too.
you know?
No.
I mean, 'cause
I'm
it's
all
been so
about
long.
just getting in there and getting it done,
Yep,
moving on to the next job.
but we'd be really pleased to have that finished.
That's our intention.
Okay. You know, when Terry gets in touch with the engineer, if he wants to give a date, I mean, you might want to go out and meet him.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I can give them your name and number if you want to set up a time too.
Awesome.
Okay.
I've met I've met a few paving companies over there and trying to get the ball rolling. Obviously, I have to work with you guys with it.
Yeah, and the review engineer would be, we'd have to contact him before we pay.
Oh,
He'll
yeah,
come
I'll
out.
just wait to hear from him.
No, but when you're ready for that, then
Oh, okay.
he will be the inspector for the
Gonna be
job.
out there inspecting.
So when you're ready to do the work out there, you need to be in contact with him.
Okay.
And you can call here, we'll call him, but
Right.
the process is to have those inspections done. You know, we're gonna need an inspection of the base for the sidewalk
Right.
and a walkthrough and inspect what's there for the base on the road now and what needs to be cut out, patched, if
Right.
that needs
So
to
you
be.
guys have a compaction test and everything on the...
Well, there were inspections done on the road base going.
Right.
But on the sidewalk, I mean, you know, we wanna make sure the sidewalk is in compacted and all
They're
that.
like breaks if somebody come in and test it.
No, we don't get into it that much.
Okay.
Yeah.
And if you're putting trees in, let's put them behind the sidewalk. We just ran to that on something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
sidewalk shows 5 feet and really there's like saplings, but there's no trees there.
No, I was thinking like street trees, that if you're
Start
putting
with
new
planters.
trees, putting in there
Oh, right.
to satisfy the
Previous.
requirement there. Yeah.
And again, we're probably gonna get into the same issue we did before where
As
the houses
private
are already
homeowners.
built and they're private homes, they've been there for,
You know, just
10 plus
put an X
years.
on the trees and not have to worry about it.
But what we could do is, you know, we'll get in touch with the engineer, we'll find out what his schedule is. If he can have something ready for our next meeting, or, you know, when that time scheduled, we can get in touch with you. We'll pull out the site plan and, you know, we can pull that up and go over it.
I appreciate that.
Okay.
So I'll just wait to hear from you.
sometime next week,
Perfect.
hopefully.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Okay, so you
Good luck. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks.
since you-
No, I looked it up, but there's only like 4 houses on that whole.
Right, when you go in there, it's on the right-hand side, just before the detention basin, that's a lot. It's not really super great, but
Okay, okay.
when you look at it.
So it's that first, basically,
On the right
Yeah.
hand side.
as soon as you turn
The
on.
stuff behind it's not really, very, it's kind of a little bit of an eyesore behind it too.
I thought that was someone else's property.
It is.
It is.
So the lot's kind of,
It's like a pork chop lot.
It's a pie shape,
It's a pie shape.
very thin pie shape.
You could fit a house.
yeah, it's,
The circle fits, yeah.
The circle fits.
well, the planning board signed it, so it's a buildable lot. Came under subdivision control, so.
What would be the pro for him getting that done? You only get the civil law, right?
And he has to build a house.
If he gets a lot for the cost of fixing the road.
I think when we had estimates before, it was probably somewhere around 90,000.
97.
Which is
So
above,
get that
I mean, that's,
house lot.
even if it's not the most desirable one.
That's a nice neighborhood, the houses back there are nice.
Yeah,
Look nice up here. Friend used to live on a couple streets down from there.
If the road were done, it'd be a lot nicer.
right.
Yeah.
But like,
It'd be nice to see
he's just
some.
trying to get the house built.
Oh, what it is, the economy tanked after that.
Yeah.
Like Terry said, it was 2007 they got,
You getting tired?
Tie it, 100?
2007. Was when that occupancy was for,
The last one was the middle of
and then
2007.
2008, what happened?
Yeah, they never even applied for a permit for that lot.
I just didn't. What?
And then, because you gotta spend money before you can do something,
No, I know.
that's what it takes, is somebody to take
The
off
cost
the
was
lot.
Or
Maybe now, 9 grand worth of work.
Well, and that was like, that was the worst lot on
Well, yeah, but still,
that was the worst lot of the group too.
what would a house like that cost to go on that lot? Just a regular colonial, because that's what everyone is there for.
And those ones are probably in the mid-4s.
Yes, you can.
To build.
we did.
We have
No,
not.
No.
To build.
It's me
I don't
and
know.
Larry.
$150 a square foot
It's not-
to build a house.
$90 a square foot.
With the garage and septic and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
but that's such a tough number to throw out.
Yeah, you can't
Because
just be
it's
like,
like, oh yeah, dude, you
That's
want
just a house.
you getting graded,
Yeah.
you getting,
Yeah,
I'm talking like
tough number.
just regular grade, not like.
half that.
Okay, so there's money to be made there.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't understand the reason why he's doing it.
It's the only way to get the money.
He's gonna spend money for that.
Interesting, the deed situation on that though.
Because we should have a lien on it, right?
We have a covenant on it.
But the covenant would just go with the lot, right? It wouldn't prohibit somebody from transferring or signing it over with the covenant still on it, right?
I believe so. The
Whereas if we
covenant
had
would
a-
transfer.
Whereas if we had a lien,
Transfers.
Yeah.
and even if we had a lien and there was no financial transaction, there's nothing to collect the lien on, right?
What's the signature
But
page?
I knew to prevent him from transacting.
There's a couple of copies in
On the back.
Oh, there it is. No, I got it. There's a motion to accept the January 18, 2018 meeting minutes of the Halifax Planning Board. We never did that, but members present was Mark Milius, Larry Belcher, and myself, Jonathan Sirocco. Absent Gordon Andrew and Carl Scott.
I'm just saying, if you didn't read it out, then
Oh.
two people who could vote on it wouldn't know.
So there's a motion, is there a second? All those in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Me.
I just thought
So is that?
it was in their packets, right?
No, it's like,
You gave,
Oh, that's
the only minutes I got are the
that's
ones that I
why
was
it's
here
if
for.
you have all of them. then-
That's so that you could catch up.
Ah, I do read them. When I'm not here, and when I am going to be here.
Or do you want to read these?
I don't wanna-
I should sign these.
Well, you three have to sign this one, so.
Yeah, we didn't vote on that one yet.
We didn't do this one yet?
Is it official?
I got two officials. One's an official copy.
It's extra official.
Did you get an official gold pin with this.
So which one did we just do? What?
The
This one that I got,
January
yeah.
18.
Okay. I get December 7th in front of me right now too.
Hold on, you gotta sign two.
I thought it was just saying that.
There's a bunch of copies of this.
Kids sign all night.
Apparently none of us even spoke this entire meeting.
It's very efficient.
It was a perfect meeting.
Yays and nays.
Oh, there's three.
All right. I guess I'm making a motion to accept the meeting minutes of December 7th, 2017. Members present, Gordon Andrews, Larry Belcher, and Mark Milius.
Is there a second?
I will second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
There's
Can you second it?
okay.
Thank you.
We need two of these signed?
Sure.
It's that one.
Careful, don't ask that question. You get yelled at for that.
What's going on here?
Back page, flip it over.
No, I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. It's like March 15th here. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah, the official copies. Well, I was totally went by it. That far behind.
Only a couple.
We get strange combinations around,
Yeah, we weren't getting the right combinations to do them.
Was this the one that we didn't have the recorder on?
No, the recorder was on. I got every word. I just thought we.
Oh, boy.
All right. I think that's all I was here for. That's mine.
I have an official copy.
Mine. That's just complete
I know.
shit.
I don't have the official one.
She was here.
I know.
Fatter.
Do we have the official one? Oh, Gordon has it.
Solar
This is a
array.
light one
Did you get a permit for that yet?
What?
Request for my solar array?
Yes, it's all ready. I'm waiting for them to pick it up.
Are you building solar on your lot? Not on the house, but just
No, I'm not.
Yeah, all set? Did you get a permit for that?
Yep.
Or just a
too.
variant?
Make a motion
Building permit or a
to,
different one?
I can make a motion to accept the meeting minutes of the
Well, she's
Halifax
got it.
Planning Board on March 15, 2018. Members present, Gordon Andrews, Carlos Scully, Jonathan Sirocco, absent Larry Belcher, and Mark Williams.
That was for March 15th.
That was March 15.
Okay, there's a motion.
Great
Is there a
minutes.
second?
I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Alright. Take it back from there.
Only got one of those.
No, this is another.
It's copy.
It's,
Is that the official copy though?
It's gonna be the official copy.
your signature. I was looking at, I think it was the de-evolution of Richard Nix's signature from when he started public office to when he was president when he left. Before you could read it like a perfect script, and by the time he left, it looked like 4.
Good man.
And I think that
Too much time.
pretty much does it. I put the bylaws that are going to be on the May 3rd public hearing. I need everybody there if possible. It will be done in the selectmen's meeting room. If you want to read them, go through them.
That is it?
Oh, so we don't have to do anything with that tonight?
You don't have to.
What is this?
Yeah, well, we have to have the
We
actual
can't, we have
public
to have
hearing.
a public hearing for it, right?
But you guys might just want to familiarize yourself with them.
I did, I read them today.
What's the public hearing for? Just discussion, right? Because you can't change them without voting.
No, we have to.
We discuss and we either recommend or not recommend.
Oh, and that's it. So there's no, they are going to town meeting
Yes,
regardless of whatever we decide.
correct.
Awesome.
Recommend.
Well, you can also make a change in town hall.
Right, I think some
The
of them
planning
need to
board
be
can make
changed.
a recommendation to change something and then present it at the
town meeting.
Can I ask a quick question on this one? If they remove the planning board from being a special permit granting authority, what are they replacing it with?
They're not. Basically, what happened with that one, going through a lot of items, they had changed the estate lot and the use for the estate lots, but didn't take that out of the language.
Has it been changed or is it proposed to be changed?
Proposed to take that out because when
No,
they
yeah, they
amended
changed
it, they didn't
He's
take it
saying-
out.
Has that been changed? And they didn't take this out.
Correct.
Yes.
So there no longer is a need for a special permit for a retreat lot?
Correct.
So then why did this,
Because right now it's in our bylaws.
okay, so it hasn't changed yet.
No, because it's going to change it.
Everything but this section changed.
But right now the bylaw says you need to get a special permit.
Because that section is still in.
So there's is there a separate amendment that specifically identifies or removes that caveat that says we need a special permit? Like, is the table getting changed to say that it's allowed by right now?
Well, it's not technically in the schedule of uses, but if you look at the bylaw, and when we looked at the bylaw prior to it,
Yeah.
when they were redoing it from retreat lot to estate lots, somewhere along the line, that part of it just didn't get taken out, and it's supposed to be as of right. You could discuss it more with the
Yeah, I'm just
zoning
kind of
enforcement
curious.
officer.
Because if there's a reference to still needing to get a special permit, then it's gonna get even more confusing.
Well, basically, it's when you have your setbacks and your requirements,
Yep.
the requirements for a estate lot is there, but there's nothing at the beginning of the estate lot saying you need a special permit, but at the end, it's saying the planning board is a special permit granting authority.
Yeah, so there was no statement saying, it was just implied by the fact that we were named as a special permit
Right,
granting
because
authority.
that
there was.
section at the bottom was still in the bylaw, and it should have been taken out, I guess, is the conclusion.
That's just a footnote to the use table?
But it's not in the density regulation.
Where is it? Building, commercial. And we know what section of retreat lot.
I'm too tired.
What section was that?
I didn't even say, 235-6. No,
35,
that's just something about the other,
that's subdivision.
167-16. We need to look at this later if everybody wants to go watch the Bruins. Let's take that. Yeah, that's all it says. Okay.
This is 2-6.
16, 167.
16?
Yeah, 167, 16. You can read it right. So you flip around. The only place for a special permit is mentioned is back here.
So why do we wanna have?
So it'll just be allowed by right as long as you meet these criteria.
Correct.
Yeah.
Choose it open-ended. Because people say meet the criteria.
You have to meet the criteria for a regular building lot as well.
Yeah.
And it's by right, as long as you meet the criteria.
As long as you meet the criteria.
Alright, I think that eliminates the problem. I was just worried that it was still identified somewhere that you needed to get a special permit, and then we just stripped the planning board as the person that gives you the special permit. Good times.
so. Yeah, go ahead.
All the stuff is in the packet. You guys
Some of the
can
stuff
review
is
it.
hysterical.
Thank you, Jonathan.
It says we'll be meeting for supper.
What's that? Marge moving the meeting to Lionsville? Expand?
I don't know what that last part.
Who's on board for a second?
Ooh. You got like 95% convinced.
Until we heard paying.
Do you know your cousin?
I do, why do you think I said paying so quietly?
Any other motions?
Make a motion to adjourn?
Second?
All those in favor?
Aye.